I want to share exciting things in my life with people who are as excited for me in those things. So I just have kept this project close to me and only shared it with the people who really care.
I'm really into this version of Meri. Seriously, I like her a lot more now that she's genuinely happier. It's like she's a whole new person, definitely not stuck in that awkward first wife role or in that ridiculous plural relationship. Talk about a glow-up. The 3 original wives are thriving, and then there's Robyn, who, despite spending all her time with Kody, just looks, well, let's just say dowdy isn't too far off. I mean, you can literally see the difference. The other wives are shining, looking lighter, brighter, and generally way more likable, while Robyn just walks around with a permanent frown. Talk about a mood killer. And Meri? She's owning it this season. She's funny, relatable, and not taking herself too seriously anymore. I'm absolutely here for this version of Meri. She's got this new energy, and honestly, she looks amazing too. It's like she's finally living her best life, and I'm loving it. Meri is my favorite this season. I'm rooting for her so hard. She's letting her personality shine in interviews now, no more defensive walls. She's even laughing at herself, and I'm here for every second of it. She's just been getting better and better, and it doesn't feel fake. She seems genuinely happy with her friend, and I'm all for it. Meanwhile, Robyn, who, by the way, had the audacity to say she wished she had that kind of relationship with Meri, actually makes Meri sit outside her house. Go, Meri! We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. What shocked me most about the Mormon Leaves interview? Honestly, it's the sheer level of contradictions coming out of his mouth. He straight up told us to go back and watch the past seasons to see how Robyn did nothing wrong. Really? Is he that clueless? Let's start with his decision to take an 11-day honeymoon while leaving his wife at home with a newborn. Seriously? Who thought that was a good idea? Then there's the absurdity of him asking for things to be cut during a live interview. Like, dude, you're on camera. We all hear you. And don't even get me started on him trashing Robyn's other mom. That was a new low. But wait, it gets better. This guy is a textbook misogynist with delusions of grandeur. It's honestly embarrassing to watch him keep repeating the same tired narrative about hypergamy. The whole thing was a masterclass in how not to be self-aware. To watch him dodge a question about keeping Robyn's kids away from their biological dad. Classic Kody move, never owning up to the fact that he and Robyn tore apart multiple families. And then, the cherry on top, he sat there, with a straight face, claiming that all of his wives had the exact same honeymoon experience as Robyn. I almost threw my tablet out the window at that point. I don't think anything else made me lose it like that. Even when he thinks he's being fair or right, he's still a misogynist. He never acknowledges that women in the Mormon communities during Joseph Smith's time had zero agency. He just parrots this nonsense about Smith being popular with women, and laments the poor boy who doesn't get to marry the girl he wants because Joseph swoops in. But he doesn't once think about what the girl wants. She's just a pawn, either to the boy or Joseph. That's the problem with him. Women are props in his little story. The truth is, he probably never loved the OG 3 wives, but he doesn't love Robyn either. He doesn't know what love is. To him, people exist to stroke his ego and cater to his needs. That's it. Then there's his request that the interviewers go back and watch the series from the beginning so they could judge Robyn's actions, because apparently he trusts them more than the millions of viewers who've been watching all along. What's he really saying here? He only wants men like him to confirm his narrative that he didn't break up the family. Because, of course, they'll take his side. And the cherry pick of Muslim polygamy. Please. He conveniently ignores the key part about treating all wives equally. If you have multiple wives, they all get the same resources, homes, cars, budgets, time. not one living in a mansion while the other is stuck in a cramped apartment. Kody's polygamy is the exact opposite of equality, so comparing himself to Muslim men is utter nonsense. And finally, calling Joseph Smith, who was a sexual predator, a rock star, saying a 14-year-old girl was so enamored with him that she lied about being married to him. Yeah, right. The victims lied because Joseph Smith was such a rock star. Kody really said that with a straight face. Unbelievable. Kody versus Christine. Let's talk about it. It's been mentioned before, and I've seen it all over social media. Kody's real problem with Christine is good old jealousy. People are naturally drawn to her, and she doesn't even have to try. Sure, she raised the kids, but there's also this effortless, fun vibe about her that made her easy to connect with, whether it was the kids, the family, or just about anyone. And let's be honest, Kody hates it. He's probably more bitter about her spotlight than he is about anything else. I think it's a combination of two things. First, he's jealous that the family and fans picked Christine over him. She's the fan favorite, the one everyone gravitates toward. And second, the real kicker, she left him. That's the ego bruise Kody still hasn't been able to recover from. It was like a punch to the gut. She left, and that seriously wrecked his sense of self. I mean, I totally agree. Christine left, and that definitely shattered his ego. But there's more. He's also jealous that the family chose Christine. Let's be real. Kody thought he was the star of the show. He was the guy rotating between wives, the so-called center of the family. Newsflash, Kody. The center of the family isn't someone who flits around like a visitor. It's the person you spend the most time with. Kody barely put in any effort, so it's no surprise he got little in return. Now, let's talk about that gem of a moment when Kody told Christine, "Nah, I don't want to have sex with you anymore." And she wasn't about to sit around like Meri, swallowing her pride, so she left. It wrecked him. Then, to add insult to injury, Janelle and most of his kids sided with Christine over him. Here's the thing. I don't think this ever even crossed Kody's mind. He assumed everyone would just naturally fall in line and worship him because, hey, it's the Kody Brown family. How could they not? For years, everyone talked about Kody's charisma. He could make each wife feel special, like they were the only one. But honestly, I don't think he was ever jealous of Christine in the beginning, not when they were married. It's only now, with all of the kids and the viewers who have chosen Christine, that Kody's jealousy has finally bubbled up. He's seething, especially since Christine has that spark, and he's stuck with Robyn, who, let's face it, isn't exactly lighting up the room with her charm. Kody couldn't tuck Christine's kids in at night. Of course, that makes total sense when you look at it through his self-centered lens. I'm rewatching season 17, episode 1. And it's no wonder there's so much bitterness toward Kody's parenting of Ari and Saul. Christine, who was pure GNANT, literally had to leave to work nights, while poor 10-year-old Aspen had to step up and tuck in her younger siblings. She asked Kody for help, and his brilliant response, "I can't, I'm at other houses at that time." Keep in mind, they were all living in the same house. So he couldn't walk a few steps to tuck in his own kids because he was too busy hanging out in some apartment a few rooms away. Right. Why would Aspen, a literal child, need to do it while he just stays in his little bubble? No wonder Christine and Janelle were always commenting on how Kody would rush off early in the morning or late at night to go to Robyn's house, like clockwork, to send Ari and Saul off to school every day. He had no problem driving 15 to 30 minutes every morning for those kids, but couldn't walk down a single flight of stairs to put his own children to bed while Christine worked. Is it any wonder that Kody's lack of parenting skills were a point of contention? Here's the kicker. He was apparently so busy that he couldn't spare a moment to tuck his own kids in at night while his pregnant wife worked. But hey, no problem making the 5-hour trek to date another woman, right? This is why I can't stand him. It's the same story over and over, Kody's always been a deadbeat, and he's just angrier now that people are finally calling him out on it. He's got it all figured out, though. Don't ever help out at home. Just make your other wives and kids do it for you. Oh, and let's not forget that Logan was basically the parent while Kody was enjoying his me time. He'd be getting ready for work with a nice, leisurely shower at Meri's, maybe grabbing breakfast from Christine. But apparently, Janelle's kids weren't his responsibility. Parenting? Yeah, that's someone else's problem. And then, years later, Kody explains to the viewers that he tries really hard not to get involved in discipline because he doesn't want to be the heavy since he's hardly ever around. Oh, and let's not forget how he had the original 3 wives, convinced that asking him to do anything that remotely resembled parenting was just unreasonable. Christine, the audacious woman that she is, had the nerve to ask him to help put his kids to bed on a night when she had to work, and of course, he shamed her for being selfish and unreasonable. As if expecting a parent to actually parent their own kids is some outlandish request. It's baffling that Christine was made to feel like the bad guy here. Honestly, Kody's like that friend who calls you 5 minutes before you're about to go to bed, or the dog that needs to go outside after you've already fallen asleep. You're exhausted and you're not up for it, but you do it because it's your responsibility. You don't outsource those things, especially when it's your own children. But Kody, oh, he definitely found a way to make someone else do it. How do Kody and Robyn still think they're right? With every episode, I'm more and more astounded by how absolutely delusional these two are. They've had 18 seasons to review their behavior to see just how selfish and self-centered they've been. But instead, they're still out here blaming everyone else for their problems. Let's talk about Robyn for a second. She's always whining about the other wives not giving her a choice, but let's be real. What she really means is that the other wives didn't fall in line and make their lives revolve around her and her kids. The nerve. They didn't ask for her permission before making decisions, and gasp, they even had the audacity to take their money and leave. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Robyn was trying to push the other wives out. Oh no, I think she wanted everyone to revolve around her. She used Kody like a pawn to make sure he was always at her house, so naturally, everyone else would come by to see him. She wanted to be the center of attention, the soul of the family. When she backed away, it wasn't to give anyone space. No, she was just waiting for everyone to chase after her and beg for her attention, as if her absence would make them realize how much they needed her. Instead, they were busy with their own lives, leaving her to wallow in isolation. Classic move. Complain to Kody, hoping he'll fix things and get everyone to grovel at her feet. But here's the thing Robyn can't seem to grasp. She wanted the family to fall into her orbit, but all she did was alienate herself and her kids. Now, her kids feel rejected, and the other kids are resentful because Robyn's endless crying about, "What about my kids?" While Kody blatantly neglected his other children is so obvious. And don't even get me started on how the other wives have had it up to here with her sob story. As for Kody, where do I even begin? The man was never a father. He didn't tuck his kids in at night, he didn't take them to school, and he sure as heck didn't nurture any relationships with them. The wives, especially Christine, did all the heavy lifting while he did whatever the hell he wanted. But once his older kids, especially the boys, dared to challenge him, he actively pushed them away and showered all his attention on Robyn's kids, who were trained to be obedient little soldiers for him. Then he has the nerve to sit there and say the kids don't contact him, the wives left him, but he doesn't put any effort into those relationships. Oh no, he expects everything to revolve around him, no need for effort. His family's loyalty and obedience should just magically happen, right? And let's talk about his treatment of Meri and Christine. It's downright appalling. He spent years tearing Christine apart, telling her he never loved her, was never attracted to her, and basically reduced their entire relationship to a joke. As for Meri, sure, she's been slow on the uptake, but Kody's smug little confessionals about how she just needs to take the hint show just how cowardly he is. He could have been honest with her from the start and asked her to leave, but nope, he strung her along because, in his mind, she was useful for building Coyote Pass and helping him pay it off. What a charmer. So, with all that on record, and with fans constantly making their voices heard, how on earth do Kody and Robyn still think they're the ones in the right? It's mind-boggling. And let's not forget that Kody actually said in a podcast interview that if we all look back at the seasons, we'll see that Robyn didn't, in fact, do anything to warrant the family falling apart. Oh, buddy, we saw it. We've been watching you two play your game for years. Robyn spent all her time complaining about not being treated as a true sister wife, but instead of building relationships, she used Kody as her personal enforcer. If the original 3 wives weren't willing to bow down to her every demand, Kody would step in and accuse them of disloyalty. Kody and Robyn had a nice little system going for a while, but guess what? The wives finally had enough of their BS. Mykelti, I seriously can't figure her out. There's just something fishy about everything she does. Either she's got some deep, hidden agenda, or she's completely clueless. Either way, it's impossible to trust her. Watching her over the years has been maddening, and I can't shake the feeling that there's always more going on behind the scenes than she lets on. She clearly loves her biological mom, Christine, but her obsession with Robyn, it just feels off. Like, yeah, Robyn can be important to her, but sometimes it seems like Mykelti loves Robyn more than Christine, and that's a huge red flag for me. Honestly, I'm just venting because Mykelti drives me crazy. And am I the only one who thought she was being totally fake with Junnel? Junnel was practically glowing when she heard about the twins, but Mykelti, she couldn't care less about Junnel's excitement. Like, am I nuts? Or does anyone else see that? It was just flat. But here's the real kicker, telling Robyn about her pregnancy before her own mother. What kind of messed up move is that? That's just bizarre. Oh, and she's not fooling anyone with her "I went to Robyn first because I was sick" excuse. I swear she was about to say money and then tried to cover it up. Come on, she's playing both sides, and it's shady as hell. I don't care what anyone says. That was a complete slap in the face to Christine. It's clear Mykelti knew exactly what she was doing, and it feels like a total revenge move. Probably some deep-rooted childhood resentment that she's now taking out on everyone with her newfound sense of power. Seriously, what a mess. She's the definition of a shit starter, and it's all starting to come to light. Poor Christine, that had to hurt, but Mykelti, she's loving every minute of it. Oh, I'm definitely feeling the Christine glow up these days. I mean, sure, when Robyn first joined the family, she was young, thin, and pretty. Who wouldn't notice that? But now, Christine is practically radiating compared to her. And it's not just physical either. Christine finally gets to live without Kody sucking the life out of her, and you can just tell. She's at peace, she's glowing, she's a whole new woman. Meanwhile, Robyn, yikes, she's starting to look like someone who's been through the emotional ringer. There's this dead-eyed, distant look to her, and the monotone voice, not a great vibe. But Christine? Total transformation. She's so much lighter without that toxic weight, and it shows. Her smile is everything, and honestly, she just looks happy. Get it, Christine. Attractiveness past a certain age is all about energy and attitude, right? Robyn's face, don't get me wrong, it's still fine, just seems to be sinking in on itself with that constant sad, low-energy vibe. Whereas Christine, who's got a little fold in her upper nose that no one even notices, is practically glowing. She's happy, she's vibrant, and it's impossible not to notice. She's the one who's shining now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.